Here is a quick demo of how AgiLeads will take the leads that are coming into your practice and convert them into booked appointments. On the right, you see the dashboard that your front office will be looking at, where you are able to look at any time the new leads, the warm leads that have come into your practice, the leads which your front office has actually interacted through the first call, the second call, and third call, and the list of scheduled appointments. That's going to be the pipeline that your front office is going to be working on with AgiLeads. On the left, you see my cell phone, where I, as a lead, am going to actually reach out to your dental practice. For the demo purpose, let's say Agile Dental Care is your dental practice, and you have a website which just have a contact form, which has a chat window here, and also has a Facebook page. There are multiple ways that leads can reach out to your practice today. And for the demo purpose, let's say me as Shankar Kupuswamy, I'm reaching out through this email. I give my cell phone number, and I say that I am interested in implant consultation, and I fill in this information as a lead on your website, and AgiLeads is able to take that information and right away in real time show my information under the new leads tab. As you can see here, my information has immediately come in, and your front office can actually click on it and actually see more details about myself, what information that I've entered onto the about myself. You can see that the front office immediately gets an email as well, and that comes from AgiLead, and it talks about AgiLead being website lead that has come in with all my details that I've actually provided. And the front office can actually click on the front office on the AgiLeads dashboard, so you will see all the conversations that has been happening. As you can see on the left, you can see that I've already got a text message. Hi Shankar, thank you for contacting. We'll be glad to help you. Please call us back or let us know a good time to reach. So this is a text message that I've already received, and I also got an email from Agile Dental Care, which talks about thank you for reaching out, and let us know a good time to call. So the automatic nurturing right away happens out here. So let's say there is another lead, for example, that reaches out, let's say through Facebook, for example, and so I log in as on Facebook. I come into your Facebook page, and I go to your send message, and try to reach out to your practice. So when I go onto your Facebook page, I am presented with a few questions in terms of what I can get help with. So as a Facebook user, I'm using a different login over here, and let's say I want us to call you, right? So yes, I want you to call me. Now I click on the button, and it asks me more information about what I can get help with. So it asks what's the best number to reach me. So I give it like 408. Let's say 4600445, for example. And this is a way that leads can actually interface with you on Facebook. Since I've logged in through a different email here, now it automatically presents that email that I have used to log into Facebook with, and right away it says that thank you for reaching out. Now in real time, once I have filled in this information on Facebook, you can see that it will start to show up on the dashboard of AgiLeads. You can see that Pranav Shankar has automatically appeared, and it says it's a lead from Facebook. And while a different lead is reaching out, you can also see that I am also starting to get more messages from Agile Dental Care as Shankar. And this is basically the office reaching out to me, trying to set up a time to talk with me. Now I can choose to go here and say that sure, I will call soon, for example. So let's say I reply back onto the text message. Now it will immediately start to show up on the dashboard over here, and you can see that since I have responded to the Agile Dental Care message, you can see that it automatically appears under warm leads. So because I have responded to your message, so this is something that your office can give more priority on because they are engaged leads. So the office can anytime come in here, look at this, and actually click on it, and click on the information, and actually they can look at all the conversations that have actually happened with the lead so far, and they can actually interface with the lead directly through the SMS or the email options presented in the dashboard over here. Now you can see that all the communications that have happened with me are actually registered here. So one email, a few text messages, and then my message saying I'll call back, and you can see the further information, further text messages. Now the office can come back and say we will call you today 4 p.m. for example. So that's a message that can be sent by the front office right from this AgiLeads dashboard, and you can see that I immediately get it on my cell phone, which says, we'll call you today 4 p.m. So since the communication has been happening, I am actually a warm lead on the AgiLeads dashboard, which is something that the front office can actually look at and try to schedule an appointment with me. Now, since I'm in warm leads, now the office can actually choose to call. Now, let's say they can use the same dashboard to call. In this case, it is so in this case, let's say they are using the same phone. Now you can see that it starts to call my number here. And I can plan. Hello. And in this case, I actually attended the call, and there has been a two-way communication that has happened. So the front office either can call through the phone button over here, or they can choose to call directly from the office phone and actually just update the notes based on the past conversation into this record over here. And once the communication happens, what the front office can do is to click on this and actually add more notes. While we do that, you can see that there is more text messages coming up to me to be able to set up a time for me to talk. So let's say the front office clicks on this. So let's say the front office clicks on this one on the opportunity. Now they can see that based on the conversation that has happened, maybe the person is interested in let's say they go to the notes and interested in implants, okay, and call back on next Monday. So some kind of a notes like this that they can add over here and update it, and the information will show up on the notes on the dashboard here as well. And so once I go back to the dashboard once again, you can see that there is a little button I here, so I can click on it and look at the notes, and also click on it to pull up the notes to add more information. Now that the call has happened, two-way call is happening, now the front office can add the notes and actually start to move back into the first call column. That way, a different type of nurturing kicks in. So as long as the two-way call has not happened, I think a different campaign of 1 month goes on, where we are constantly following up with the lead to find a time to talk to them as part of the, on behalf of the dental practice. Now you can see that immediately I am starting to get more information about my recent call. So you can see that there is hi Shankar, following up on the recent phone call, do you have further questions we can help you with? And here the nudging is happening through the to encourage the leads to book an appointment. And there is also the email that is being sent. So here, if we come back into the main dashboard, let's take a look. Coming back to the dashboard, you can see that my lead Shankar Kuppuswamy, has actually moved to first call because the two-way communication has happened between the front office and the lead, and the notes over here captures the information on the the information exchange that has happened. And your front office can again give the call back in a few days depending on what the communication has been, and actually move them into second call, and similarly add more notes into the record again. Click on the I button and then get into the notes and put more notes in here about the situation. So let's say the lead can choose to come into the practice to be presented a treatment plan for implants, let's say. So we'll come in something like that. So we can put in some notes in here, and you can see that this lead is moving further down and down into the funnel. The last part, while the lead is in the new leads and warm leads, there is a 1 month of planned follow-up that will happen, nurturing that will happen to get them to actually speak with you, with your practice. And leads that are into the first call, second call, third call, they are nurtured for a period of 3 months, regular intervals, so that they are actually enticed to book an appointment with your practice and actually come in. And so once your office speaks with them, and actually they schedule an appointment with them, they are able to move that to schedule. And once they are in the schedule, now no nurturing will happen now, since because you have your own system probably in place to be able to remind them on the appointments and no shows, and also get them to write some reviews. So the objective of the agile leads is basically to take the leads that are in new leads, capture all the leads from all different sources, be it website chat, be it Facebook Messenger, or be it like a website chat bot, or even just a phone call. People could just pick up the phone and call, in which case it is able to keep all the communications that have happened under one record and slowly move them through consistent nurturing deep down the funnel to actually convert them into scheduled appointments. Take the leads that are coming and convert them to scheduled appointments. That's the objective of agile leads. And you can see here that in the overall dashboard, you can see how much revenue that you have in the pipeline that your front office can actually nurture to actually convert into into higher revenue. So if I go back to the dashboard over here, you can see that how many opportunities are there in the pipeline right now. There are about 12 opportunities, and there is about $36,000 that is in the pipeline, which means that's the amount of revenue you can convert if you take these opportunities that are sitting in your pipeline, actually convert them. And so that right away gives you the motivation to your front office to be able to follow up on the leads that are sitting on your Agile Leads dashboard. To give you an idea, here's a sample. Here's a sample of a real life dental practice that has so many opportunities and that has so much dollars sitting in the pipeline that the office is following up on. So this kind of should give you an idea of how you can use the Agile Leads dashboard. The opportunities is the main dashboard that you want to use to be able to look at all the opportunities at any given point in time, and the conversations kind of gives you the latest conversations that has been happening with every lead that is in your pipeline. So in terms of the revenue, there are the dashboard gives you the overall revenue that is sitting in your pipeline that is being consistently nurtured by Agile Leads, and also your front office can look at it at any given point and initiate more communications to convert them into more revenue for your practice.